We have boxes of cooking bananas to give away. If you are interested, contact Willow Praise Church at 440-944-5683 or come by the church between the hours of 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. 6 Genius Ways You Should Be Cooking Banana. Lauren Habermel updated, June 6, 2023. Did you know that cooking bananas means more than simply mashing one for banana bread batter? Keep reading to learn how to prepare these delightful yellow fruits. Bananas are a staple in many kitchens. They're probably one of the most frequently purchased produce at the grocery store, but we don't do much cooking with the bunch. For most bananas, their destiny is simple: to be eaten whole or sliced raw over yogurt. Otherwise, they're baked into a loaf of banana bread. Well, we have good news for banana lovers everywhere. Cooking bananas is perhaps the best-kept kitchen secret you're missing out on, until now. Why cook bananas? Cooking bananas is a great way to amplify their flavor. When bananas cook, their sugars begin to caramelize, which brings out their natural sweetness and enhances their overall flavor. It helps make a healthy treat or quick dessert. Editor's tip: don't throw the banana peels away. Here's what to do with them. 6 reasons you should never throw out banana peels. They're edible. They'll keep your meat tender. They'll polish your shoes. They'll help your garden. They'll clean up your plants. They'll ease your pain. How to choose the best bananas at the store. When shopping, be careful not to confuse bananas with their cousin, the plantain. These two fruits look similar, however, they taste different. This is mostly because plantains contain less of a naturally occurring hormone found in bananas and other fruits, called ethylene. This plant hormone is responsible for converting a banana's starches to sugars and for changing the color of a banana's peel as it ripens. How do you know if a banana is ripe? Look for bananas that are bright yellow and starting to show just a few brown spots on the peel. If you need to ripen a banana quickly, here's how to do it. How to make banana bread. Nicole Doster updated, July 12, 2022. We're bananas about this easy-to-make treat. Follow our helpful guide to making rich, homemade banana bread. Learning to make banana bread from scratch should be on every home baker's to-do list. On top of being moist, flavorful, and delicious, the recipe is the best way to use up bananas that have gotten too mushy to pack for lunch. A single loaf is easy to make and even easier to plate up for breakfast or an afternoon snack. Banana bread is a quick bread, which, simply put, means it takes a little fuss to make. Unlike yeast bread, quick bread skips step like proofing or kneading. All you have to do is make a simple batter and bake immediately. Score 1 for the busy baker. How to make banana bread. Ingredients: 3/4 cup mashed ripe banana, about 1 large. 1/4 cup butter, softened. 3/4 cup sugar. 2 large eggs. 1/2 cup sour cream or plain yogurt. 2 1/4 cups all-purpose flour. 1 teaspoon ground cinnamon. 3/4 teaspoon baking soda. 1/2 teaspoon salt. 1/2 cup chopped walnuts. Additional walnuts, semisweet chocolate chips, or coarse sugar, optional. Supplies: large mixing bowl, handheld mixer and/or whisk, 9 by 5 inches loaf pan, wire cooling rack. Step 1: mash the bananas. Preheat the oven to 350 degrees. Remove the peel from your banana and mash the fruit. We like to use a potato masher for this step, but a fork works just fine. This easy task is great for getting little ones involved. Use a hand mixer if you prefer your banana bread to be lump-free. Test kitchen tip: bananas are ripe enough for banana bread when they have turned lightly speckled or brown. But I've used them even when the peels are dark brown or black. You can freeze overripe bananas, just chuck them unpeeled into the freezer, and save them for a later craving. Step 2. Combine the wet ingredients. Start by beating butter and sugar in a large mixing bowl until blended and fluffy. Add the eggs one at a time, beating well after each addition. Finally, stir in the smashed bananas and sour cream. Test kitchen tip: for this recipe, it's best to make sure all ingredients are at room temperature. They'll achieve better volume and texture. Step 3. Whisk together dry ingredients. In a separate bowl, whisk together flour, cinnamon, baking soda, and salt. Step 4. Stir it all together. Add your dry mix to the wet mix. Stir it until the batter has just moistened. If you'd like to add a little crunch, fold in half a cup of walnuts. Step 5. Bake. Transfer the mix into a greased 9 by 5 inches loaf pan. If you're feeling fancy, sprinkle the top with additional walnuts. Then bake the bread for just about an hour. Start checking after 50 minutes. The edges of the bread will pull away slightly from the sides of the pan when the bread is done. Test by piercing with a toothpick or sharp knife, it should come out clean. Test kitchen tip: top of the loaf getting dark early in the baking? Cover with a piece of foil, which will prevent the top from burning before your bread is cooked. Step 6. Cool your jets. Right now, your kitchen smells heavenly, and you're probably ready to inhale the bread. But you should let it cool completely before digging in. Cutting into a warm loaf can make the texture soggy. Let your loaf cool in its pan for 10 minutes before tipping it onto a wire rack to cool.